dear students. Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIVS Home School. I am Sabreena, Haque, Assistant Teacher of Science, National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Dear students, today I am going to take a science class for class 8 student based on Assignment 4, and this is the demo class of your assignment. You have to do this as it is your own work and you can follow. And let us move forward to this topic. This is assignment number 4, that is came from chapter 7, the earth and gravitation. Then from here the assigned work is complete this test with a piece of paper and a small heavy ball, and here you have to do this by yourself. You have to take a piece of paper, a heavy ball, and from the release the ball and paper from a height of about 10 feet. It will be about 10 feet, and notice what is happening and fold the paper into a round ball. That means after falling down the paper and the ball, you have to fold the paper like a round ball and test it. Like means again you have to fill the round ball of paper and that heavy ball, and you have to again observe what will be happen. Take decision through analyzing and cause analyzing the cause, then write the complete test and observation sequentially. Now there is the hints in both cases whether the two objects are falling to the ground at the same time. Analyze the cause. That means we have to observe the time of falling of that two objects, and we have to notice the effect of acceleration due to gravity and the mass, because paper is light, the ball of paper also light than the heavy ball. Proper use of law of gravitation and gravity. That means we have to use the law of Newton's law of gravitation and gravity. Now there is the instruction to complete this assignment. You have to complete all the lesson of the book of your textbook, all of this chapter of your textbook, and necessary help of others. If necessary, you can take help from your others, because when you have to fill the paper and the ball, that time if you don't take the help of other, you can't observe carefully. Now come to the solution. This is the demo of the assignment solution. You can copy this, you can only follow this, and you will do the test and you will write your own result by following your textbook. You have to write the observation in your assignment paper. Now come to the answer of the assignment or solution of the assignment. A total of 3 objects have been used in the 2 cases to stimulate. The objects are paper, heavy ball, wrapped round ball like paper. I start experimenting with the ingredients. Now first I stood in the high chair and dropped the balls and the paper from a height of 10 feet. There in the assigned work they give the height. That means from 10 feet we have to fill the paper and the ball. I saw that the ball fell quickly, but the paper was able to reach the ground slowly after some time. In the same way, I left the heavy ball and the wrapped paper together. That is first time the ball has hit the ground, but the wrapped paper is able to reach the ground faster than the first paper. Now, but the reason of this kind of time difference can be seen in analyzing, that is wind barrier. And we know that the gravitational acceleration acting on an object does not depend on the mass of that object. So it takes different time for 2 objects to reach the ground only because of the obstruction of the wind. And as we know that attraction between the earth and any object is therefore gravity. Again, the rate of change of velocity of an object by applying force is called acceleration, and the rate of increase of velocity of an object falling freely on the surface under the influence of gravitational ball is that will be force is called gravitational acceleration, which is expressed by small g, and the value of small g is 9.8. And however, in this case the gravitational acceleration is not depend on the mass. As a result, the mass cannot have any effect. But even though the two objects were supposed to fall at the same time, the wind obstructed them. This makes a difference in the time they reach the ground. The amount of gravitational force on an object is known as is known to be the law of gravity. Scientist Newton says that in his law of gravitation that every particle in the universe attracts each other, and the value of this force of attraction is proportional to the product of the masses of the two particles, and their dispersion is disproportionate to the square, and this force acts along the straight line connecting the two particles and from their centers, that is F is equal to G m1 by multiply with m2 divided by d square, where or inversely proportional to d square, where the F is equal to force of attraction, G is equal to proportional gravitation, or it is known as gravitational constant, and m1 and m2 is the mass of two objects or two objects mass, and d is the distance of that two objects from their center. And similarly, gravitational force is equal to mass multiplied by gravitational acceleration, that is F is equal to mg, where F is equal to force of gravity, m is equal to mass, and g is equal to gravitational acceleration. And in this way we can determine the dimension of the dimension of the force of gravity on an object, and if there were no wind barriers in nature, any mass objects would reach the ground at the same time. And because the value of the gravitational force acting on each object is the same, it will be force acting on each object is the same. And students, for writing all these things you have in your book, you have to follow your textbook for writing parts, and the test you have to do by yourself, and the observation you have to write in your own words. And in your submission date of assignment 4 is 18th September, that is Saturday. Dear students, this chapter is too much important for you. Read the chapter and you can take help from your book, because there is written so nicely the Newton's law and there is explanation. So follow your textbook and follow your own test and write your own observation in your assignment. So thank you. Allah Hafiz.